Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Garchomp, Conkeldurr, and Florges. Now, we're not going to be using them all in the same team completely here. We got Florges and Garchomp for a couple of battles, but we're going to just be swapping them out periodically and just taking a look at all three of them here throughout the video, just because I was doing kind of a random thing with no real direction. I had an idea, but it kind of just, we're just going to go with this one here. So let's see what we have going on. Conkeldurr is definitely going to be fun to use. What is going to make you want to use this over a Machamp? Well, Machamp is still going to be doing a little bit better. Conkeldurr can take a hit, hits really hard with Stone Edge, and it's just a really good Pokemon. All in all, it's just a fun thing to use other than your conventional Machamp that's just going to be a staple for pretty much ever. As far as Garchomp is concerned, it's really fun to use. You're just going to get completely walled by Fairy types. You can go with the Stone Edge, which is going to be giving you some coverage there. And we're going to be going, of course, with the Community Day Earth Power. You kind of always want to rock that move. Not necessarily always. It's very good, but you can definitely go with Dragon Tail. Sand Tomb, I mean, Earth Power, maybe Outrage on that. But anyways, let's see what we have going on here. Going to be making it to the Earth Power to take out this Rhyperior. That was a pretty good one there. The Garchomp did pull that battle off for us. Next one, met with an Excadrill with the Florges, and this is not a good lead. So we're going to kind of just have to hold it down for a second here, I suppose. Our Moonblast is still going to be doing quite a bit. We do have the Gyarados, which can hit it really hard with the Aqua Tail, but if we swap it, we're going to be getting taken out with Rock Slide. Just watch. Of course, we don't need to say that. Now we'll let the first one go, and then it's going to be leaving us with pretty low health, so let's see what they want to swap into, or they're going to continue on here, and we're able to get to an Aqua Tail. Gyarados is such a solid Pokemon. I mean, it's really good. Hopefully you have one. If you're thinking about investing in it, do it. If you like the Master Premier. All right. And some people were asking, hey, you know, I want to see Open Master League. You know, not too many people cover that. Can you please do that? Yes, I got you. Don't worry. I'll be bringing out some more of that. I just thought this is something that people wanted to see, seeing that not too many people actually have things to go into the Open Master League. So I was like, okay, Premier, you know, something that everybody can do. But if you're asking for the Open, you got it. I got plenty of Pokemon in my arsenal, so we can have a little fun. So look forward to those. I do like to take your guys' advice and suggestions. I do read the comments. I know I'm not hearting them anymore, but I still read the comments. I'm not ignoring it. I still see you guys. So I appreciate all the supporters, all the Patreon members, all the members, and everybody else in between who just watches. I really appreciate you. All right, so we're going to be going up against this Excadrill here. It looks like we're going to try to farm them down. Beautiful. They are still holding on to one shield, and they got that Florges back there. Going to go for the Earth Power. Let's go, Garchomp. Can you do it for us, buddy? Swapping to catch. That was it. That was the win con, folks. Did you see that? You love to see it. And are we going to make it? Oh, no. It was a win con-esque type of situation. But there was really nothing we could do for that one there. Still a good game. All right. Next opponent, we're going to be met with a Gyarados with our Florges. This is always a decent lead, unless they have Waterfall. Okay, and they have Waterfall. We hate to see that. Not too good for us. You know, it looks like a grass... It looks like a damn grass Pokemon. It's so confusing sometimes. All right. It even has a grass move. Hitting me with that Aqua Tail and retreating into their Sylveon. So they're bringing in their own Fairy. And we're going to go ahead and retreat with energy on our Florges and bring in our Snorlax here. Which one are we focusing on right now? Garchomp still? Okay, got it. And Florges as well. So Snorlax is always a fantastic option. Here's the thing about Snorlax. I know we use it like in every video, so you've pretty much heard the ins and outs of what it can do, right? But it's solid. There's really nothing that straight destroy. I mean, you know, you got your Shadow Machamp, regular Machamp, or fighters. But even then, it's not like they're resisting normal type, or Lick, or Superpower for that matter. Anyways, bringing in the Florges, going for the Disarming Voice right before they get out their charge move, and shielding it up. We're going to go ahead and let this Moonblast go. Barely surviving, swapping into our Garchomp to farm down, and they got a Togekiss. There's nothing you can do. There you go. I just wanted to leave that in there because I've never encountered double Fairy for this season for Premier until I started putting Garchomp on my team with the Dragon Breath Gyarados. You know how it goes. Well, the Dragon Breath Gyarados wasn't on the same team all the time, but ever since I started using Garchomp, it's like double Fairy, double Fairy, double Fairy. What in the hell is going on here? I never see that anymore. All right, but you already all know. Anyways, enough of that. Up against a Swampert here, going to be going for the Aqua Tail, and that son of a gun was bringing us down low with Hydro Cannon. That's just the power of Shadow Hydro Cannon. Let's get it. Bring it in there, Dragonite, and we're going to be able to barely make it to the crunch here. Plus a couple more Dragon Breaths, as a matter of fact. We're actually going to let them get some farm in there. But it doesn't really matter. We got the Florges immediately swapping into their Metagross, in which we're going to be bringing in our Snorlax here. And we both have 2 shields. Now, technically, this is a great matchup. Not technically, this is fantastic. All we have to do, really, is shield both of these up from the Metagross. Keep baiting, bringing them down low enough, and then align the Florges with the Dragonite. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Florges completely walls Dragonite unless it does have Hurricane. That's the only thing that's going to be really able to do some damage to it, right? So going for the Meteor Mash. Now at this point, we're going to start throwing the superpowers before they try to retreat. Barely almost taking out that Metagross, immediately swapping as they do, bringing in our Florges, going for the Disarming Voice because we don't need to be throwing all that energy. It doesn't really matter when we take that win. Looking good. Moving it on to our next opponent. Show me the Dragon Breath. Let's go. Come on. And Dragon Breath. Fantastic. Resisting that. So, you know, a lot of times Gyarados does rely on that Dragon Breath damage. So it's really not doing too much. And at this point, yeah, this is a great matchup for us here. We can let the Aqua Tail go, no problem at all. Crunch is going to be resisted. It's not really worth going for that defense drop. You might as well just go for the Aqua Tail. Going for the Disarming Voice to take out that Gyarados here. I doubt they're going to shield it up. Great. And what do they got? A Mamoswine? Fantastic. Not going to go for the Moonblast. It's really, I mean, it would be great, but we want, yep, there you go. See, getting a shield and swapping into our Snorlax. Fantastic. Let's get it. And we could kind of let a Avalanche go, but it looks like we're going to be shielding it up just to preserve our health here since they've already used a shield. Bringing in a Snorlax, and we still have that Florges to wall this Dragonite here. How much health do we have? Technically, they can take us out in about 2 superpowers, so we kind of need to look out for that, but we can use it as a buffer to kind of make them waste all their energy, and then bring in our Gyarados to have a little fun with that Dragon Breath, and eventually get to the Aqua Tail to take them out. Alright, so we're going to let that go, and bring in our Florges here. They've already debuffed themselves. We're going to let this go as well. I mean, they just bring their attack down. Are they actually going to get to another one? And they don't. We're able to get maybe 2 Drain Kisses. Can we get both of them off? There's one. Oh, we're not even trying. I'm just going to go straight for the big one. Bring in our Gyarados here. And we could let this go, which we will. Get to the Aqua Tail, and this is going to be easily enough to take out this Mamoswine. Super hard hitting Pokemon over there, but it's as a Shadow as well. Just his regular form can't take a hit, so the Shadow definitely going down. Next battle, leading with Togekiss. Great lead up against Dragonite. They're going to be swapping, of course, into their Mamoswine, and we're going to go ahead and play RPS, Rock, Paper, Scissors, the ultimate skilled trainer over here. You better believe it. We can win battles with our eyes closed. This is how good we are. All right. All right, so if you don't notice, I'm being sarcastic. Man, Poke, you're really, your head's really getting big there. I'm joking. Alright, so bringing in the Togekiss to go up against this Dragonite to completely wall it. Let's go. They're going to be throwing energy, though. Okay, Dragon Claw. You got to waste time. I mean, there you go. Now they're able to swap. And I immediately bring in the Gyarados without even thinking about it. And you let the first Meteor Mash go. You're great. No problem. They can't farm you down at that point. It's doing a lot of damage, even though it's resisted, but you can let it go. Going for the Crunch, they're shielding it up. Now you could go for the bait, but at the same time, if you go for the Crunch, you could potentially get the defense drop. But it's up to you, alright? It's up to you if you want to gamble or not. So getting to another Crunch, I figured it's just better to go for a double Crunch. It's not like it's taking that much more energy, but it is putting us a little bit behind here, so we will have to use our shield, and it is getting a little close. So technically, baiting and potentially get a shield from Aqua Tail could work great. So what I do is swap it to Togekiss. You know what? Alright, let me explain here. I thought they were going to swap, so I thought I was being clever, but hey, we were still able to get to Flamethrower, and then the Dragonite's not going to be able to take us down. We're still going to take the win with Togekiss. I know Charm users are ridiculous, and they needed that nerf to Charm. Give me a break, how ridiculous. Alright, the script has been flipped. Horrible lead up against Metagross, swapping into our own Gyarados. And they're bringing in their own. Alright, so we got the mirror match going here. We do have a little bit of an energy advantage. Just a little bit. And we're getting the defense drop. Great. That's all we really wanted here. Gotta let their Crunch go. No defense drop on theirs, but it actually now looks like we're behind on health because of our crappy IVs. But we are ahead on this. Alright, so they shielded up anyways. We take the win. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness gracious. Lordy. Oh man, alright, so we bring in our Togekiss, they immediately swap into the Metagross, and we bring in our Conkeldurr. That's a wrap. Alright, it's time to look at some more Conkeldurr battles. I think we're going to be using it for the remainder of the video here. Garchomp is great, but I just wanted to really showcase the Conkeldurr. All right, so, and we will be swapping out the Togekiss for Florges here in a bit. All right, so we got two fairies up against each other. Which one's going to be looking better? Well, it depends. I mean, it's kind of a decent matchup for both of us, but they're going to be able to spam me a little bit faster. I don't know why I went for the Flamethrower. I knew they were going to shield it. It was so dumb. Yeah, that was dumb. At least we could have potentially got the boost to do more damage if we did get it, but hey, it doesn't really matter. Gonna go down here, bringing our Gyarados to Dragon Breath them down, which is not a good situation to be in. So I immediately throw Aqua Tail here because I'm not trying to get hit by no Moonblast to have about, I don't know, 60% of my health taken away. And they're bringing in an Excadrill. As much as I wanted to swap here, we're gonna let this go because we need to hold on to that last shield. Now we did get their Fairy user out of the way, so I think Conkeldurr could be in the clear here. Hopefully we're looking at a double steal team. So I immediately swap after getting their last shield, and it is going to be a Dragonite at the back. But here you go. This is Conkeldurr in action. It's not like Machamp can't do this because it does have Rock Slide, but that Stone Edge damage is super nice. Okay, that's about as much. Shadow Machamp does quite a bit as well, but I don't know how much. Alright, so we're getting a double KO here, bringing in the Gyarados, which is our last Pokemon, of course, and I'm hoping, come on, let me get to this stinking Aqua Tail, and we do, and this is going to be enough to take out this Excadrill, and this team is doing quite nice for me here. We're looking good. We'll go ahead and move on to our next opponent, and if you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do so. It really does help me out. Alright, so it looks like it's been flipped again. So now we've got the Florges, and they've got the Togekiss, so let's see who's going to be winning this matchup here. Gonna go straight for the Moonblast right out the gates, doing that big damage. Since we've already landed this, obviously now we just need to be going for the Disarming Voices. And if they shield this up, well, we'll just shield up in return. But they're letting it go. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. So I did have to cut a couple of battles from some legends that I was battling that I encountered because they quit like crybabies. Like, oh my goodness. Like, you got a bad lead and they just sit there. Like, nah, they're probably lagging. No. Nah, sometimes yes, but I can tell. Some people, alright, this is what happens sometimes when people go up against me when they know it's straight up a loss. They'll just stop attacking to make it look like they're frozen, or probably just pissed and threw their phone or put it down like, okay, win. Like, okay, no problem, that's all good. At least you're not force closing your app. Doesn't do anything to me. Anyways, what's going on here? Up against a Gyarados with Waterfall, okay. Shielding up the Outrage. Good call. I wasn't counting on that. I was just gonna shield up a Crunch. But thank goodness we did, because I would have done a decent amount of damage. And they're going to be backing out. I think most of them back out today. Another X-Legend. Okay, yeah, let's see what you got here. Show me your skills. I mean, technically, they should be able to win this, right? That's what I've been told. It doesn't matter if you have a bad lead or swap. There you go. Okay, sure. All right, well, how do they pull out of this? Let's see. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's watch this. So we shield that up, knowing that they're going to be able to get to another one here. Obviously, going to let this go, not using both shields. They're still holding on to two. Great. Now, more than likely, we're going to get a shield out of them when we double dynamic punch this Garchomp here. Don't think they can really farm down. It's going to get a little risque if they try to do that here. So getting the shield in return, there we go. And are they going to be coming out of this with a bunch of energy? Decent amount. This is probably more than likely a Sand Tomb. And down we go. Okay, no problem at all. Bringing in the Florges, which they already know. And I knew they're going to immediately swap, so I bring in the Gyarados. And let me see. How do you win this, guys and gals? For the people who run their mouths and say, you can win any battle as long as you're really good. No, you can't. This game is rigged. It is rigged. Doesn't matter if you hit Legend a billion times. If you're countered by somebody who's never hit Legend before, you're probably gonna lose anyway. Esport, baby. Speaking of that, I'm not gonna really dig into it too much, but I heard that there was a bunch of lag at their little esport gathering. You know, why are they even still trying to do that? Fix your game before you have any sort of esport. It's like making a half-ass bike and then trying to bring it to a race. Like, what are you doing? Missing half the screws, chains really loose, tires kind of flat. Like, what are you're just gonna make yourself look like an idiot? I'm not targeting any specific person at all except for the company. Anyways, we'll go ahead and move off from that topic. Up against the Mamoswine here. What's good? All right, shielding up that Avalanche. Yeah, this thing is just a little hard to deal with unless you just have something straight up to counter it. I mean, Mamoswine is very spammy. And it really hits hard, so you got to look out for it quite a bit. And it's good up against quite a few things with that Bulldoze as well as that Avalanche. Bringing in the Garchomp. Not anymore, Conkeldurr. So we are going to shield this up, and this is going to be a shieldless battle from here on out. farming them down, and I'm feeling really good about this Conkeldurr here. And they got a Primarina, and I'm thinking, of course they do. Of course they freaking do. So I throw the Stone Edge, I retreat with energy. We got a Dynamic Punch ready to go on deck, and they got a Garchomp in the back. Okay, so they've got Mud Shot. That's great, so we don't have to worry about that Dragon Tail damage. Hitting me with an Outrage is going to do quite a bit, but they can't farm us down with that quick move. It's just not enough. But the question is, can we farm them down? Can we do it? Come on, come on, come on. Ooh, taking that win there, and then hitting the crunch, and that's going to be about a wrap, folks. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you do, turn notifications on, and thank you for your support. Take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
I touch the net.